Hey, I'm Harold. You know, several days ago, in a fit of weakness brought on by hunger or who knows what, I decided to buy Snickerdoodles from the grocery store. Let me tell you, sugar cookies with cinnamon on them are not Snickerdoodles. So today, we're going to learn how to make Snickerdoodle cookies. Here we go. First of all, we want to add 2 sticks of room temperature butter to your mixer. Now, I'm using salted butter because that's what I happen to have in the house. If you're going to use unsalted butter, you want to go ahead and add 1/4 teaspoon of salt to the recipe. Otherwise, we can just go with the salted butter. To that, we're going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar. Also, 1/2 cup of brown sugar. I'm using light brown sugar at this point, but if you wanted to use dark brown sugar, go ahead and do that. So now we want to mix on medium speed for about 2 minutes until the butter and sugar cream together and the mixture is light and fluffy. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes and the butter and sugar are creamed together very nicely. What I'm going to do is go ahead and scrape my bowl down at this point, just in case any sugar or any stray butter is stuck to the side. You want to make sure that everything gets nice and blended very well. Okay, scrape my spatula off a little bit. To that, I'm going to go ahead and add 2 large eggs. I'm also going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. My recommendation is to use the best vanilla extract that you can afford because there's some pretty nasty imitation products out there. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and mix this again until it's combined. Okay, that's combined nicely. Now we can go ahead and sift our dry ingredients together and we'll add that to our wet mixture. So here I have 2 3/4 cups of white all-purpose flour. To that I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar, and 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon. I'm using Vietnamese ground cinnamon. Use whatever kind of cinnamon that you have. I've found that in my experience this is the best cinnamon that I've been able to find, so that's what I use exclusively. So we're going to go ahead and sift that together. Now that that's been sifted together, we can go ahead and add that to our wet mixture. And then we're going to mix again until it's completely combined. You want to start off on low at first because you don't want flour to fly out everywhere, of course. You're also welcome to do this by hand if you'd like. It just may take you a little bit longer, a little more effort. But some people prefer the purity of doing things by hand. I myself love my KitchenAid mixer and I'm happy to use it every chance that I get. Okay, our dough is now nicely combined. So I'm going to go ahead and scrape off my paddle here. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and scrape my bowl down again just to make sure that there's no stray flour or any other ingredients that haven't been mixed into the dough. Alright, that looks pretty good. So now what we want to do is refrigerate this dough for at least an hour so that it gets firm. Dough has been chilling for an hour, and now we're ready to make our sugar mixture. So we want to add 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon, excuse me, and we want to just mix that up. And you just want to get it as, blended as well as you can. Okay. Next, you want to do is take our impeccably clean hands, of course, and you want to grab a piece of dough and you want to roll it into about a 1-inch ball. Some people use a melon baller, some people use a certain size ice cream scoop. I've just been doing baking and what have you for a number of years, so I'm pretty good at rolling balls, I guess. So, after you have the ball rolled, what you want to do is roll it in that sugar and put it on a prepared baking sheet. You can use a baking sheet that's lined with parchment paper. Some people grease the baking sheet, and in this case I'm using a silicone mat or a Sil-Pat so that it doesn't stick. So what we want to do is continue rolling, again into about 1-inch portions. Coat that in the cinnamon sugar mixture, and again place it on the Sil-Pat. And again, you want it to be about 2 inches apart because they will spread a little while they're baking. All right, based on the size of the cookie sheet that I have and the size of the Sil-Pat, of course, I'm going to be able to fit about 12 cookies on a cookie sheet. Now, some people will say do multiple cookie sheets and then swap them out in the oven, front to back, top to bottom, once they're, once they've been halfway cooked. But I'm going to go ahead and cook one pan at a time. That way I can control the even browning of the cookies. So, off to the oven we go. Okay, here we are again. Here's the finished product. After baking them for 9 minutes in a 350-degree oven, we have Snickerdoodles. Well, let's see what they taste like, shall we? Delicious. Moist on the inside, crispy on the outside. Definitely better than anything you can get in any grocery store. Remember, don't shop on an empty stomach. Make your own cookies when you can. And when you share these with someone and they ask, "Did you make those?" you can say, "Yeah, I made that."